going to be in a stronger position than maybe some of the sim races in front, because he's done a race distance. He knows what it feels like. He's just got out of doing that race.
Again, the problem's going to be he's going to start 11th and he's going to head up down the first corner knowing exactly what to do, because he's been in that situation. Everybody else around it, the guys who have 1 through 10 or 5 haven't done it yet. The problem is that you caught up in somebody else's accident. That definitely happened there.
So this is Nelson Piquet running in 4th position at the moment. Jevons and Sam Bird look like they're starting to close in, don't they? This 4th place battle made Constantina up before too long. That in the Panasonic Jaguar that we're on board with now is Mitch Evans. Behind him in the DS Virgin racing car is Sam Bird. Mitch Evans goes in a little bit deep, not really troubling that first apex, but again it will depend on how well Sam Bird hooked it up behind.
So on view again, missing the front wing. The parts bill that everybody's saving, I keep going back to it. I haven't crashed a few dozen, 1,000 cars in my time. Well aware of the cost of the parts of it.
So we're on board with Sam Bird. You can see him there in the intercept.
Locking up. Did you see that ahead? Just missing the apex just a little bit. Looking at Sam, look at the concentration in that face. Just looking at every apex. You watch as his eyes shift to the next apex point as he starts to look down the road a little bit more.
Good stuff from Sam Bird, running in 6th place. And he's hooked that up a lot better than Mitch Evans in 5th at the moment. Can he find a way to make the move? That's going to be the question for Bird, and then potentially try and close in on Nelson Piquet.
We're on lap 12 here, so we're getting down to the important laps here. He's really caught him through there, hasn't he? Mitch obviously made a little bit of a mistake, but again, catching him at that point is where you want to build that momentum to pass him through.
And this is Stefan Sarazan, who is in 11th place and has dropped considerably back actually now, hasn't he, from Loic Duval. So Duval is looking pretty safe in 10th position as it stands.
He's damaged the car. He's bounced off the wall again. Look at the angle of the steering. He's really hit it pretty hard.
So this is Loic Duval, who is in 10th place at the moment as he comes out of the final corner. Swings it into the left-hander. Now, because of you remember that Jerome D'Ambrosio didn't take part in this, unfortunately, because he had a problem with his car. Well, that is out of action now for the race later on. So only 9 drivers will go through to the final later on. So Loic Duval, who we've been saying has been holding on to that 10th position and things are looking good. Actually, he's got to try and get in front and try and catch this man, Daniel Abt, who's in 9th place. But actually, Abt is a long, long way up the road, and we're on lap 12 and 14.
Yeah, and he's also missing his front wing. But he's got to be feeling reasonably comfortable about that. You see the Abt cars are in line astern, 9th and 8th position, both in qualifying positions here to qualify for the main event, the Visa Vegas E-Prix. That is a tongue twister, isn't it?
It is.
Vegas E-Prix.
So this is Daniel Abt, who is in 9th place, and he at the moment is the last man who will qualify for the Visa Vegas E-Race later on. Meanwhile, race leader Antonio Felix da Costa is on his last lap of this qualification race. Lucas Di Grassi is running in 8th place. Up in front of him is Sebastian Buemi for the Renault team. Then it's Sam Bird and Mitch Evans there, continuing battle over 5th spot. Nelson Piquet, Robin Frenz, Jose Maria Lopez also going through, but Antonio Felix da Costa looking very, very strong on his final lap for Andretti, and this will stick him 11th on the grid, and the second of the pro drivers, with Felix Rosenqvist starting 2nd on the grid.
He's in such a good rhythm here, isn't he? Just look at that, absolutely no damage on that car. He's just looking really, really good here, and this is just the appetizer, isn't it? This is setting the stage for the big race coming up in a minute with that $200,000 to win. That's what this is all about, just setting that stage, getting your qualifying position, getting in there in your start grid for your starting position for that race.
Well, Da Costa was one of the drivers who, I think he drove the safety car down the Vegas Strip the other night, and he absolutely loved it. He actually wants to be American, he said, and so he's very much enjoying his time here in the USA, and I think he's going to enjoy it a little bit more because he is going to come out of the final corner now here and win the qualification race, and that is going to send Antonio Felix da Costa through to the Visa Vegas E-Race later on. Victory for Antonio Felix da Costa. The Portuguese racer wins the qualification race. Second for Jose Maria Lopez. Third across the line is going to be Robin Frenz, the teammate of Antonio Felix da Costa. Piquet is going to be 4th, but that Sam Bird Mitch Evans battle means that Sam Bird is in 5th place now, ahead of Mitch Evans. Sebastian Buemi 7th, 8th Lucas Di Grassi, and now 9th place here is Daniel Abt, the man straight out of Kempten, who in Germany, who is going to be the last man to qualify for the Visa Vegas E-Race if he just makes it through the final corner. 2 Abshaf Audi sports cars going through, in fact 3, because their sim racer Patrick Holtzman has qualified as well, so they come across line astern. So those are our 9 drivers going through to compete. Antonio Felix da Costa will start 11th on the grid, then it'll be 12th for Lopez, then Freites, Piquet 3rd, Evans, Buemi, Di Grassi